gentlemen, you are welcome to this tutorial today. So today we are going to be building this in Power BI. So I've do the posting of the work so on LinkedIn, and many people have been reaching out for me so I can do the video. So today we are going to build it from scratch. So what you need to do is to load the data set, which we already load here. So then the next thing we are going to do, you have the title of our data set here, so of our dashboard I mean. So you can write the name, so add this dashboard. So after you write the name here, so this will be the title for the dashboard that you are building. So after we're done, we can increase the font a bit to like 16 and make it bold, and you can place it here. So make sure you remove the background, click on this one, then this background should be removed. So we have this here. So then the next thing I'm going to do is to make the font to be white. So make the font, change the color change the color to white. So after I change the color to white, so now let's go and carry our background. So let's import the background from Canva. So I have two background. I'm going to make it of black because I use black on our dashboard I'm using too. So just decrease this one, then click on fill to fit in, so it will be fill like this. Then you have your background. So after you have your background, then you now start measure. So our KPI, so this is our title, everything has been fixed. So the next thing we need to do is to create our KPIs. So you click on this part called card. So I have the card here. So our card will come up here into this box. So then we quickly measure, click on the table here. So click on new measure. So when you click on new measure, then we measure for the survival rate. So write survival rate. So once you measure survival rate, so our survival rate is going to be 1 divided. So divide this with the sum of the odds. Sum of the add death event. So once you look for the death event, then close the bracket, comma. So then we also look for the what count of the odds, count of each every one of them. So here we count each every one to know the survival rate. So after we are done this, then commit this to measure the survival rate. So now that has been measured, so you can come into your card to see your survival rate. So this our survival rate is loading. So after you done, so you can change this one to Sigi board. So and if you look at it, you see that it's in form of this one. Now what I need to do is to have zero this. So survival rate should be in percentage, so change to percent. So is percent, so it should be in percentage. So after you change to percentage, you are going to see this. So what you need to do again is to come here into this part. So go to general, so remove the background. So and then area for the card, so change this to white or something like this. Let me choose a little deep white color. So after you done this, so go back to this part. So let's change this one to something like this too as well. So and then you can make it bold. So for the font here, we reduce it to like 30, or let's reduce like 30. So after it's been done, so you can now feel like this. But I think I would love to have this what do you call it, new card, so that I can turn it upside down. You see, that's been turned upside down. So what I need here again is to, for the card, I will just center it for the alignment. So for the alignment, I will just center it so that it will be alright. So here we have this one for the layout. So then here we have for this one, what do you have this, I think, for the border. So these are card. We have survival rate being measured. So normal, narrow, custom. So all of these are here, available here. So if you want to use this one too, like the way we use it, you can as well use this for the card. So now what you need to do instead is to what, is to carry this one and come here and change this, up this one. So up the survival rate title that we have there. So then carry this a bit into this side. So after you put this one here, so now let's create a text. So this one that we have here, so just copy and paste it, then drag it here and write survival rate. So and then you can now change this to like 10 or 12 or 11. So then place it at the top here. These are survival rate, so being title. So now that you are done with that, you carry this one to this part again to measure a new one. So and this one is going to be average average age survivor. So we are going to measure average age survivor inside this. So and then for the next one, we are still going to have another KPIs. So and then for the KPI that we are going to be measured here is going to be total survivor. So let's center is to be in the middle. So then after that, we have the last one, which is going to be total death. So this will be total death. So after selecting all this, after setting them very well like this, so then the next thing we are going to do is to start measure their KPI. So for us to measure that, just copy this, drag it there. So now let's measure the next one, which is going to be average age survivor. Average age survivor will be measured by clicking on this, click on new measure, then let's quickly measure the average age survivor. So write average age survivor. So our average age survivor is going to be equal to calculate. So calculate count, calculate, let me use average, we are using average now. So calculate average healthcare age first, because we are looking for the age. survivor age. So now healthcare age, comma. So then we are going to look for the death event. So, and for the death event, we are going to have let me have this death event. So it's going to equal to 0. So this will measure the average age survivor for us. So now after I'm done with this, so I can also see this in my card. So by clicking on this and removing this one, by dragging this one here, so we have the average age survivor. So that is the average age survivor. So now after I'm done with that, I can also measure another KPI. So this one is going to be total survivor. So we have total survivor, right? Total survivor of the patient. So total survivor is going to equal to calculate. So calculate count the health. So health count here. So you select this. So after you select that, then you put comma here. So then the next thing we are going to do is to calculate the death event. So the death event is going to equal to 1 now, be 0. So here we have this to be measured because we are looking for the total survivor. So after you are done, you can come here into your report field and see that too as well. By copy this, paste it here under this part, remove this. After you remove this, you want to see survivor rate. This survivor rate. So you want to see total survivor. So these are total survivor. So you can as well copy and paste and drag this one here to this part. So now then the next thing we are going to do is to calculate total death. So and for us to measure that, click on name measure again to measure the total death. So our total death is going to equal to calculate. So after you calculate, then count too as well. Calculate count. So for the first thing we are going to do is to count our counts. So this one will give you the total death straight up. Count and count. So then after that, we are going to look for the death event too as well. So total death event, so which is going to equal to 1. So close bracket. So this is going to give us the total death. Let me comment this, then see the calculation in my report field. So delete this, drag the total death here. So this is the total death, which is 96. So we are done with the KPI. We measure all the KPI. So then the next thing that we are going to do is to measure the age group. So this will help us to do our visualization very perfectly and clear. So and for us to measure the age group now, so what you need to do is to create a new column. So click on this new column and then click on the table tools here. You see new column. So when the new column has come up for you, so you now measure the age group. So under this column that we have here, this column you see this new column, we want to measure the age group. So write age group. So then for the age group, write switch, through. So comma. So then the next thing I'm going to do is to measure the art. So say the art age. So for the art age, so greater than or equal to 40. So then put the ampersand, two double ampersand. So then now I'll have the add age group to be ranging from, let's say that will be, should be ranging greater than or equal to, should be ranging from 50 comma. So then here now I'm going to assign the variable range to be ranging to be like 50. 50 is okay. 50 is okay. So let's use 50. So that will be for this one. So now then for the next one again, so I'm going to measure the age range again. So then let's say I want this to be ranging starting from 51. Okay, so I have this one equal to or less than 51, then put double ampersand. So then the next thing I'm going to do is to measure the age range. So the age range should be ranging, let me put this equal to less than or equal to 60. Let's have the 60 starting from 60. So then the age range is going to be starting from 51 to 60. So we stop here. So now after I'm done with that, so now I'm still going to measure the age again, age range. So the age range I'm going to measure now is going to start from 50, then I'll go to, let me use 61. So let me use 61. So now it's going to start from 61. So now after that you have the add age, so that will be age. Okay, so now let's select age range. So what I'm going to do is to make sure that, so maybe like let's start from 70 here, 17 comma, so 61 to 70, that will be the age range, 61 to 70. So now after I'm done, so I'm going to have the add age again. So this one will be the full stop. I'm going to stop here. So I'm going to stop here. So I'm going to use it to be, let's say we have this to be less than or greater than 71. 71, then 71 plus upward, so comma, then below 40 should be the response. Let me put this there. So this has been done. So what you need to do is to commit this. So when you commit this, it's going to measure the age group here for you in this new column. So which will have the age group range now. So these are the age group range for every one of them. So everyone has their age group assigned to every one of them. So as you can see, so this is their age group. So since you have done measure the age group for every one of them, so inside this formula, so now we'll now come here again. So we come here into this part. So we want to visualize our data set. So what you need to do is to click on this. So we are going to make use of the line cluster column bar chart. So select this. So after selecting this, you can fix it if you want. So after you're done, so now x-axis, we are going to carry a group into x-axis. So after we have that, the survivor count, we carry this, the survivor, we have age range, we have survivor rate. This is also the measure. We have this one here, carry this to the column, so change it to the survivor rate that we have here. So now make sure you carry, let me use count first for this one so that I can get the age group. So now we turn this one for this, so that's for the count. So now what you need to do again is for the based on the age group, we have their age group, so then we have this count. So then the next thing I'm going to do, under this average, under this line chart, I'm going to look for the here we have the serum creatinine, so carry it to this part. So then let's have the average of it, change this one to average. So change this one to average, so have the average of this one. So, and mind you, since you have done this, I should use even death event here, is going to be okay. So this is okay. So this is okay. We have death event should be there. So what I'm going to do under this, I'm going to filter it. I'm going to filter it. So that means this saffron here. So we have the age group. So load filter. So this is the age group. This for the death event. You can see. So let's carry death event here into our filter. So the death event, let me drop it down. We are going to look for the by filter here. So we have this 2200. So this for this one, we have one here. So I'm going to make use of one. So after I put this one, so this one is going to show me the death event rate for every one of the people. So after I got this, so I'm going to come here and then click on this. So I just want to see the death rate under my line chart. So now after I'm done that, come here into this formatting. So let's change this effect to remove the background. So change the color, this color that I have for this, the down arrow. So, and also turn up the title. So all this one too as well. So change this one to like white, make it bold, turn up the title. So when you off the title, then you can go down and on the data label. So then the next thing I'm going to do is to deal with the line. So this line that we have under the secondary, which is our line. So we have the values for that too as well. We have the values. We also have the columns here. So for the column, I'm going to change the column color to red, something like a red. So let the red be deep a bit so that I can fit in very clear. So now after we have done with this now, so let's come here into this our line to adjust that too as well. So this is the line. So let the line be smooth. Let the line be smooth. Then you can use something like orange like this for the line. So let's make this one be here. For the title, this is going to be under the general. So click on that, go to your general. So change the color of the title. change the color of the title to something like this. So now that we are done with this, so you can now measure, you can change this title and edit it very well. So that will be some of that events. So you can change it and give it a right title. So the inside we are doing here is to compare the survivor number against a kidney. So, and if you want to give the title, you can say survivor versus sacrum creatinine. So now here we come here into this part. Creatinine. So we title it. So after you title that, so you can leave it. So now let's come here to the legend. So these grind lines, so let's off the grind lines. You don't want to see grind lines, so let the grind lines go away. So and then for the legend we have small short line like this. So let's show that so that I can show clearly. So when you are done with this, now you can carry this into this part to do another analysis with it. So what you need to do is to this one that will have age group here, so survivor count. So title this one survivor count. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is to change this. I think it's already on this to find the count of it. So when we change this to count, so now we are going to look for the average ejection fraction. So bring this one to line, then click on this one here, average. So after you select that, after you select this one, the value, so you can now go back to this line chart. So under this one here we have select this, go back to this one. So just change only the color of this line chart. Let's say the color of this only this line chart. So now with this one now that we have here, so under the filter here, let's look for this dead event. So under this death event, I'm going to look for this, so which is 209, total survival rate. So I want to see their survival rate. So now after selecting this one, now we have this insight for the survival rate, this for the death. So now we have this. Now what you need to do is to come here again now and give this one title, best title for it. So you can change the title here under this title part, so which is going to be survivor versus ejection. So that's for the title for that. So now let's copy this again and put it here into the next one here, or even you can remove this, then click on the line chart. So our line chart, then you carry the age group here. So what you need to do is to is to compare your line chart by survival rate. So carry survival rate here for this line chart. So we have this. So what you need to do again, click on any of this one on the pane format and drop it on it. So when you drop it on it, so you are going to have a line. So age group with survival rate. So after you have this, so you can come here into your select it first. So then come on the shadow area. So on the shadow area, so then this line, let's change this to the color to red. So we have changed this one to red. So and then for the data labels too as well, your data label, you come here into your data label. So you see the color for it, the color for data label. We have a single line, okay, this is red. So now let's come back to data label. Alright, so these are data label. Or so let's change this color to something like this. So then for this, we want it to be smooth. So now that we have that, the last one, which is going to be our last chart for this one, is to what? Is to measure. Let me use ribbon chart for this. We are going to make it a ribbon chart for the health condition by age group. So I have the age group, remove feed. So then you add the smoking, to the y-axis, smoking, high blood pressure, anemia. Let's add the anemia. So then let's also add diabetes. So now after you are done with this, what you need to do is to come here and change their color, and you are good to go. So for the column, select the column and drop it down. So select this, let's change this one to something like this. So then for the next one, let's change that to like red. So and then for the diabetes is okay. For the anemia, so let's change this to something like this. So after we are done with this, now we have measured this, what you need to do is to title it. So the title for this one is going to be health condition by age. So I don't want to give a complex title so that it will be easier for the new buyer to understand. So now health condition by age, so that has been measured to as well. So now for the next thing we are going to do is to create a gender column. So we are going to make use of gender column. You come here into this part, so go to the text tool, select have the gender. Let's have the gender. So have it to be gender is equal to, so say if heart disease is sex, we have sex here, so is equal to 0, then you have it to be female, but if it's 1, it's going to be what? Male, comma, then otherwise should be male. So after you assign this will measure the gender. So it's turn it from numerical to it will leave it from numerical to this one now. So now after we done that, now let's add a slicer. So click on this one, button slicer. So after clicking on that, select the gender into this part. So we have the male and female here. So what you need to do is to remove the ground lines, to remove the background, I mean. So first remove the background, come to the feature. So under the layout, you have it to be this. So the layout, so use vertical, it also crop padding. So let's look for the call out. So I'm going to make the bottom to have a little space, then as well after that I'm going to fix it into the layout. So we have a table, we have a tie. So now let's do the slicer settings. So this one is under the single select, okay. So and then we have this one, this is the name. So for the age, for the male and female. So now I'm going to change the font of both of them, and for me to do that I'm going to go to this callout. So you can make this one bold, then you can as well increase this. So and if you want it to be aligned, to be in the middle, you can as well do that. So and then for the background color, you have the color for the background. You can come here and turn on the background, so change the color to like something like this if you like, or if you don't, you can leave it that way. So and then for the buttons here, we have the buttons. So let's deal with the buttons in a bit, I think. So the buttons, it has something in this, like in this form. So here we also have this, the width. Let me increase the width a bit. So this one has shows us the background effect of this. So now we have this all done. This for the male, this for the female. So if you click on the slicer, so it's going to be displayed. So click on this one now, you have this. If you click on the male, so you have this one. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. So these are healthcare disease dashboard analysis, and this is the end of the video. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.